Minister of State Joseph Harmon has recently been coming in for stern criticisms over what transpired during his recent trip to China. Eyebrows were raised when a photo was published showing the minister in a private jet, accompanied by officials of Chinese investors Bai Shanlin, whom he once criticized while on the opposition benches. Speaking at the post-cabinet briefing on Wednesday, Natural Resources Minister Raphael Trotman said that it is not uncommon for government officials to be sitting with investors in private jet, but in Minister Harmon's case, it might have been uncommon.
So there are levels of comfort and there are levels of discomfort, and I think the picture by itself, of course, is a very uncomfortable one to look at. But I think if you were to look into it, is it uncommon in modern travel for the use of a private jet?
He said that Cabinet has been offering both written and oral explanations on the issue. The Natural Resources Minister said that he personally stands by Minister Harmon as he does not believe his colleagues' intentions had been untoward.
So, like I said, much depends on the circumstances, and I accept Minister Harmon's explanation that given the time available and given the distance that he was required to travel, that private jet was, in those circumstances, the best way. I'm sure that in hindsight, Minister Harmon is probably ruining the day that he did what he thought at the time was the right thing to do.
The government has drafted a code of conduct for ministers. That code of conduct is intended to inform the conduct of ministers and top brass of the government. Minister Trotman was asked if Minister Harmon's action violated the government's code of conduct.
It could lead to a conflict, but in and of itself, it is not a conflict. It could lead to a conflict if the travel was used to influence, but we have no evidence to show that it has influenced the decision.
The Natural Resources Minister explained that the private jet was the only possible mode of transportation that could have facilitated the stops Minister Harmon had to make. He reiterated, however, that it was all paid for by the Chinese government. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.